Hare
हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। जो भक्त आगे खड़े हैं, आप सभी से निवेदन है, कृपया बैठ जाइए। आप बैठकर दर्शन लीजिए। हरे कृष्णा। दोज डिवोटीज who are standing, kindly be seated. There will be Bhagavad Gita class now in English. Hare Krishna. Don't make noise, please. Keep quiet. You start.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone sing. Louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. We are going to recite some prayers before we chant the verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading today from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, Observing the Armies on the Battlefield, text number 10. So the verse is all there on the board, or you can just type in Gita 1.10, you will get the verse on your phones. So please chant after me. Aparyaptam tadasmakam. Aparyaptam tadasmakam. Bhalam bhishmabhirakshitam. Bhalam bhishmabhirakshitam. Paryatvam tvamidamem tesham. Paryaptvam tvaidam etesham. Bhalam bhimabhirakshitam. Bhalam bhimabhirakshitam. Aparyaptam tadasmakam. Balam bhishmabhirakshitam. Paryaptam tvamidametesham. Balam bhimabhirakshitam. Aparyaptam tadasmakam. Bhalam bhishmabhirakshitam. Paryatvam tvamidametesham. Balam bhimabhirakshitam. Anyone wants to chant? One from the men and one from the ladies. Balam bhishmabhirakshitam. Paryatvam idametesham. Balam bhimabhirakshitam. Anyone from the ladies want to recite the verse? No one? Okay. So now we are going to go into the word by word meaning of this shloka. Aparyaptam, immeasurable. Tat, that. Asmakam, of ours. Bhalam, strength. Bhishma, by grandfather Bhishma. Abhirakshitam, perfectly protected. Paryaptam, limited. Tu, But idam, all this, etesham of the Pandavas, balam, strength, bhima by Bhima, abhirakshitam, carefully protected. Purport and translation by Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. Purport. Herein, an estimation of comparative strength is made by Duryodhana. He thinks that the strength of his armed forces is immeasurable, being specifically protected by the most experienced general, grandfather Bhishma. On the other hand, the forces of the Pandavas are limited, being protected by a less experienced general, Bhima, who is like a fig in the presence of Bhishma. Duryodhana was always envious of Bhima because he knew perfectly well that if he should die at all, he would only be killed by Bhima. But at the same time, he was confident of his victory on account of the presence of Bhishma, who was a far superior general. His conclusion that he would come out of the battle victorious was well ascertained. So we're going to recite prayers to the Parampara. Please chant line by line as I chant. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everyone chant. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Little louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good. Thank you. Aparyaptam tamasmakam bhalam bhishmabhirakshitam. Paryaptam tumidame tesham bhalam bhimabhirakshitam. So, welcome to all our devotees, guests that have assembled today, evening on Sunday, for our weekly Gita discussion here at ISKCON Chowpatty, Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir. And it's important that, we muse, we ponder on the wisdom that is presented in the Bhagavad Gita. Every day in the newspaper, morning when we read, all it presents is the problems that are there out in the society. But the solution is not presented or is not known. And even if some apparent solution seems to be there for a problem, that is a very temporary solution. Again, another type of problem comes into our life in the world around us. COVID was there for 2-3 years. We were all troubled by it. And we thought, okay, COVID is gone now. No, life will be again back to normal. And as life is coming back to normal, somewhere around some part of the world, there is a war that breaks out. And then the oil prices, the paper prices, they start to go up. And again, there is some other big, small difficulty at the worldly level. At the family level, something or other keeps bugging us. And many times, the analysis that Duryodhana presents here in this series of verses is to show that how does a person who doesn't have a spiritual vision see life. We all know that the eyes have a very limited vision. There is a visible range, maybe some 4,000 nanometers to 7,000 nanometers, where we can see. And that is only 1% of what's visible in front of us. Even if something is visible, we're not able to see if it is not in that particular wavelength. And that's only 1% of what is the reality, optical reality. And what to speak of what is going on in people's minds, what is going on beyond our control, we're not able to see. And therefore, we take help of the Bhagavad Gita to really navigate. This is a very common problem that happens in winter time, that there is a fog. And especially in the northern parts of India. And you might have seen those videos where, because there is fog, you're not able to see what's on the road. And you think, okay, seems to be the road is clear. And then you drive ahead, and there is already a series of accidents that have happened. And again, you join that chain reaction. You again go and bump. And sometimes people lose their lives. So when there is a fog, then no, you can't really know the steps that you're taking are proper or not. And there is also something called as brain fog, that the mind becomes confused. There is no clarity in our lives what exactly is right for me or what is sufficient for me. And here in so Duryodhana is depicting all of us in our clouded vision. And in this fogged vision, what does Duryodhana think? That what is sufficient, what will protect me in my life? He is at the brink of a war, and he is analyzing that the strength that I have is apariyaptam. It's unlimited strength. There is no limit, immeasurable strength that I am having. Tad asmakam, that I have. But that strength is not his own. It is an acquired strength. And when there is an acquired strength, then that acquisition can always be lost. And when what you acquire goes away, then you're so dependent on whatever we are acquiring, say money or respect, fame, position. Then we become so dependent on that it is not really us. Our value is dependent on what we acquire. And that's how the society also sees us. What kind of brand of clothes that we are wearing. And if there is a small little arrow here or some kind of logo, then people think, oh, this person is his status, he is more secure than me. Even as simple as a mask also started to become branded. And I knew there were some brands that was selling one mask for 1,000 rupees. Simple cloth, but because that logo is there. And people also wanted to wear these branded masks as if the branded mask will protect them from the infection. The infection won't see what is the brand of clothes you're wearing. Same with the mind, the infections that come into the mind. It's not based on what we acquire. What is our inner capacity? What is that inner substance that we have? That depends of what is our strength, what is our health. But here Duryodhana is saying that bhalam bhishma bhi rakshitam. My strength is immeasurable because I am being protected by none other than the great grandsire of Kuru dynasty, Bhishma. And Bhishma is quite, powerful person. He never lost a war in his life, and he was celestially blessed by the training given by Brihaspati and by Devatas. And Parashurama himself was his defense coach. Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki, Shri Gopal ji ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki. So he's saying that, because Bhishma is on my side, therefore I am completely protected and secure. Abhi rakshitam. And on the other side, who is protecting the Pandavas? He is seeing not Krishna. Krishna is there right in front. And Krishna is such a person, God is such a person that he is quite attractive. You can't, no, move your eyes away. Play later. You can't move your eyes away from Krishna. Krishna's beauty is so attractive. And he is so possessed, obsessed by material calculations that all he is seeing is Bhima in front of him. And therefore he says, Bhalam Bhima bhi rakshitam. On the other side, Etesham, on the other side, there is Bhima. And what strength does Bhima have in comparison to Bhishma? And Prabhupada mentions here that why is he comparing with this calculation with Bhima? Because Bhima was the one who was always defeating him. Bhima and Bhishma, Bhima and Duryodhana, both were in the same area of expertise, which is fighting with a club, Gada. Gada युद्ध में दोनों माहिर थे. And many times, no, Bhima, it is said that Duryodhana, he was good at skill, he was skillful, but Bhima was powerful. Now, sometimes, in say sports matches, there is some who are very powerful, that if the bat touches the ball, it has to go for 6. And there are others who are very good at timing. And there, because of their skill, they are successful. And others, because of their strength, they are successful. And Prabhupada mentions here that if at all he should die at all, he would only be killed by Bhima. Only Bhima can kill him. But because Bhishma is there, therefore I am not afraid of Bhima. So actually he is afraid of Bhima कि that अगर मैं मरूंगा तो इसके हाथ में मरूंगा, लेकिन मुझे रक्षण करने के लिए Bhishma is there. So a lot of his fears are coming out in his words. He is highly insecure. And one Acharya says that why does he have to boast about his strength? I said, no, actions speak louder than words. That if somebody has to prove something, he doesn't have to prove by his words that I am great, I am powerful. He shows by his actions. But one who is not that great. There is a small little story that is said that once 2 ants were fighting that who is great. And as these 2 ants were fighting, there was an elephant who was passing by. And so the 2 ants had this competition that whoever will stop the elephant from walking. Can an ant stop an elephant from walking? He will be great. And one of them, he thought that, yes, I have the strength to go and stop the elephant. So the ant was shouting, hey, ruk jao. Hey, elephant, stop. And somehow the ant's voice, as the elephant was going, the ant's voice reached the ears of the elephant. They have huge ears, right? So they can catch even small noises. And the elephant turned around to see, कौन है मुझे जो रोक रहा है? Who is it that stopping me? So he turned around. He saw this small little ant. Is kind of, हिंदी में बोलता है रुआब से, like very courageously saying, I am telling you, you stop. And this elephant was amused that what is the daring of this ant. And the story ends that the elephant just pooped, just released some of its excreta from its back. And that lump of dung, elephant dung, just fell on the top of the ant, and that was the ant samadhi. That foolishly, the ant was thinking that I can, challenge the elephant, I can stop the elephant. And temporarily, as when the elephant stopped to look at it, this small little ant was telling the other guy, देखो, मैंने हाथी को रोक दिया. But it was just a temporary, pleasure that the ant had, and ultimately it was buried. And similarly here, Duryodhana, he is thinking that because I am having this Bhishma protection, I can stop anyone. Not seeing that सामने कौन है? सामने Bhima, yes, Bhima was there, but in front of him was Krishna, God himself. And he is not able to see God and God's strength that was which he was fighting against. And when you try to fight against God's will, no matter how powerful you are, we'll never be able to win over. We'll be like that ant which will be buried. It's just the fluke of that elephant. And Acharyas, they give a very interesting understanding of this verse, saying that Duryodhana is saying that aparyaptam, that paryapta means that paryapta matra mein, that that I am sufficient, enough. So aparyapta means that there is no limit to how strong we are. And this is obviously foolishness, that no matter who we are, we cannot overcome all the powers in the universe. And today we may think we are great, like this famous Muhammad Ali statement that when he was young and strong, he said that I am the greatest. I sting like a bee and fly. She was so quick that opponent couldn't even know where the punch was coming. But later on in his life, he developed this Parkinson's disease. And he could not even lift that Olympic torch. And you might have seen that video where he had to lift the Olympic torch, and as he was carrying, everyone had their heart in their mouth that what if he drops the torch, because it was shaking. And then when he was speaking, he said that I used to say that I am the greatest, but now I understand I was the greatest fool that thought I was the greatest. Beauty, power, wealth, all these are energies of God that just stay with us due to karma, due to our efforts for some time. No matter how skillful a cricketer is, a footballer is, after a particular age, he has to retire. Long back we had a Prerna festival here because almost entire India was very sad because Sachin Tendulkar was retiring. And who will be the hope? Who will the next one, the Messiah of cricket, who will come and save us? And constantly, no, we are looking for this person, that person. So we had that Prerna topic. When good times end. And no matter who we are all human, limited human beings. So here he is using that our strength is unlimited, but acharyas say that he's actually, in a different way, he's saying that paryaptam is limit, and what he's saying is that our strength is not sufficient, not enough, because on the other side is Krishna. If 10 is 10 is naturally greater than 5, but with, let us say, 100 is definitely greater than 5, or 11 Akshavini is greater than 7 Akshavini, which was the Pandava strength. But on the Pandava side, if Krishna is added, Krishna is Ananta, unlimited, infinite. So if we add an infinity to a number, can any number in the world defeat or be greater than the infinity? Can't be. And because he was not able to see this force which he was fighting against, he was foolishly thinking that my strength is sufficient because I have all these material achievements in my life. There's a verse in the Bhagavatam which says, Deha patra kalatradishu atma sainyeshu asasvapi tesham pramatto nidanam pashyan api na pashyati. This verse says that it talks about Atma Sainya, that all of us try to strengthen our lives, secure our lives with different things, with different aspects. Because nobody wants to be in a weak position. Nobody of us wants to be in a vulnerable position where anybody can come and use us, abuse us, or remove us from a position. So to make our position, our life secure, strong, we first of all try to depend on the body. That yes, this body is the one which will protect me. Therefore, I need to take care of the body. And we put in so much time and effort in taking care of the needs of the body and the wants of the body. Any street in Mumbai or anywhere in the world, if you go, you can look from this vision that in this particular street, say Pedder Road, what are all the things that are trying to fulfill the needs of the body? There are some clothing shops, cloth shops, which say that if you wear this particular fashion designer's clothes, then your status will be elevated. And then if you go a little ahead, then you'll find hair and nails. That if your hair is silky, golden, or different, like a rainbow, or this particular haircut style, people spend like 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees for an haircut, or maybe more. And also nails. Nails usually we cut, but there is a whole industry how to beautify the nails in the West and also now in India. And and with that, restaurants, again for the body, shoes, whatever you see, it's all trying to protect the body, make the body more beautiful, more powerful, gym, fitness, and we are not against them. It's not that we are saying that okay, don't buy good clothes, don't try to take care of the body. But no matter how much we try to protect and secure the body is somehow or other is going to dwindle. It said there was one proponent of a saltless diet, that all problems are happening because we eat salt. Animals don't eat salt. Therefore, saltless diet, and miraculously, so many diseases obviously happen because of all the things that we eat. More people die because of no over nutrition or overeating than undereating. And this particular doctor, it said that once he was going on a ship, and somehow there was some, the ship broke, and this guy fell in the sea. And sea is so full of salt, and this guy for last 30 years he didn't eat salt. And suddenly, when the salt went into his system just couldn't take it, and he collapsed. He just drowned in that. Uh, so all types of bodily needs that we try to take care. It is important, whatever suits for the betterment of the body, for the longevity of the body, we try to do. But we don't invest all our energy just thinking that this body is the one which will be protecting me by making it more strong, more powerful. So deha apatya. Then we think, oh, that when I'm weak, now I need my friends. I need, so we depend on our family. That my parents or my family will be there in times of need. There is this beautiful story that is said that once a man, he had 4 wives, and one wife, he had her for taking her to parties. When there was a party, then because she was the most beautiful, he thought she is the one who is best for me to show around. And then there was another wife, with whom, a queen, with whom he used to share his sorrows and joys. And then there was another wife with him he used to constantly be with. That constantly he was with this wife, because she was giving him all pleasures in life. And there was a 4th wife whom he was neglecting. That what do I need to give pleasure to this body, for that there is a wife. I need the body, a wife for sharing my sukh dukh baatne ke liye, ek patni. And then another for taking out in the world when he goes. And slowly he became old, and the time of his death came. And then he called all his wives, all his 3 wives, and he said, he was very fearful, and he asked his 3 wives that I'm going to die soon, so I want one of you to come with me, that mere saath aap aiyega, because all my life I have given to you, so will any of you come with me? The wife whom used to take around in parties and other things, that wife said, I'm waiting, when will you die? Because the moment you die, I already fixed kiske saath mujhe jana hai. So I'm not going to come with you or anything. The moment you die, I'm going to go with someone else. He was very disappointed. Another wife he turned to, and that wife said, okay, okay, don't be so sad. I'll come till the crematorium. Crematorium tak, I'll come with you. And the wife with whom you used to constantly be with, she said, I'll come with you till the funeral pyre. मतलब जब तक आपका लाश लग वो रखेंगे नहीं उसके ऊपर on the wood, I'll come with you. Beyond that, I can't come. She was very sad and he was thinking that I spent so much of my time with all of them and they are only coming to a limited time. They don't want to come with me. And then the fourth wife, she came and she said that all through your life, although you neglected me, I was constantly your well-wisher. I was there to serve you, but you never called for me. And whether you like or not, I am never going to leave you. Wherever you go, after this life also, I am going to come with you. जन्म जन्म के लिए मैं आपके साथ रहने वाली हूँ. And this is an allegory, this is an analogy. The first wife is our body. We constantly, from the time of our birth till the death, the soul is entrapped in the body. The soul is with the body. And the soul is thinking that अगर इसको कुछ नहीं करूँगा तो मैं मरूँगा. So the soul constantly is fulfilling the needs of this body. थोड़ा भूख लग गया, भागो. And so much liters of oil will give you. I'll work hard for protecting and maintaining this body. But the body, that wife, that particular queen that this king had, can only come till the funeral pyre. And at the funeral pyre, when जब आग लगती है, that whole body melts away. It cannot come with the soul. The soul has to, the soul sojourn is not material, so therefore it can't come. The second wife with whom he was sharing his joys and sorrows were the family members. That whenever you get a good news, you got a job or you anything, you call up your family. Of course, nowadays people put on Instagram before they call up their family also. So you share your joys and sorrows with your family, thinking that they are the ones who are going to be there forever. But they can only also come only till the crematorium, not beyond that. And the third wife, जिसने बोला मैं भाग जाऊंगी जैसे तुम मर जाओगे मैं भाग जाऊंगी. Those were his wealth, his all the things that he has earned, the car, the house, everything. That जैसे ही मर जाएगा, sometimes even before the person dies, people are waiting. What all to take, and will is made, and so the wealth, all that we acquire, doesn't come with us. Therefore, being rich is not to die rich. It is to be rich in our heart with and to be able to die without any worries, with peace, with complete peace that I am completely secure in my consciousness that Krishna is there to protect me and save me. And that fourth wife, whom we all neglect, whom Duryodhana is here neglecting, is Super Soul, Paramatma, Krishna, who is there constantly next to us. हमारे बगल में है. And Upanishads, Shvetashwara Upanishad has this verse that says that, like two birds on a tree, one bird is trying to eat different fruits and trying to some fruits are sour, Some fruits of karma are very bitter. Some fruits of karma are very sweet. And this bird is constantly trying to look for sweeter fruits and sometimes disappointed. So its whole focus is on different fruits. And this other bird is constantly seeing that ये trial and error क्यों कर रहा है? Why is it constantly in trial and error? If it just takes my advice, when we go for to some unknown place, we take advice from Google. Google में डालते हैं and then none of us चलो जाते हैं और try करते हैं, शायद इधर मिल जाएगा. But in life we somehow we just go by accident. Okay, what is the most population doing? Let me try to do that. And there is a saying that most people won't participate in something unless it is popularly accepted that yes, participating in it is good. But that fourth wife, that bird who is constantly witnessing us, is wanting to help us. Krishna says in the Gita, 5th chapter, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva lokam maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam. I am the well-wishing friend of everyone. He really wishes well. And also his disciple, his devotees are also our well-wishers, like Srila Prabhupada. He signed his letters as your ever well-wisher. So there are well-wishers and there are well-pushers. Those for their own sake, they are willing to use us. Like here in Duryodhana is speaking quite appreciative words about all of them, but with a selfish motive that if they are there, then I am safe. Then I'll win. I will enjoy. But they can guess this. And therefore, they are truly not there. That's why, because each one has come there with a different motive. Pandavas all came there for the common purpose that we want to support Dharma. But whoever was on the side of the Kauravas, they came because their brother-in-law was there, and if they don't go, wife will get angry on them. So many times, in parties, things we do because someone else will get angry, therefore better go there. Somebody is there because their son is there. And if the father doesn't go, then then the mother may not feed him. For someone else, they made a vow long back that I will be there for you, I'll protect. And although that person is now deviating in a wrong understanding, is still trying to protect. So although in the heart, nobody was convinced for the purpose, but just to be in good books for their own small little purposes. ठीक है, इसके साथ रहेंगे तो हमारा भी purpose solve हो जाएगा. So each one was differently motivated, but whereas in the Pandavas side, although their numbers were less, because Krishna was with them and because they were fighting for dharma, because they were dharmic, therefore their strength was unlimited, which comes out in the next series of verses, how their confidence. When you do right thing, then we are confident. So many of us, lack confidence. And we are constantly seeking validation because we don't know whether what we are doing is the right thing or we have the capacity to do it. So self-confidence, a lot of seminars are done. Some can be just motivational. Yes, you can do it. But other way, which is a true genuine ways to truly make us strong from within. And you're not expecting anything, like sometimes a cricketer or in a match. He goes there to okay, the whole stadium is watching I need to perform. Another one is not worried about what others are. No, I want to just focus and do my best, which is the aspect of karma yoga. So he is not about the accolades कि लोग मुझे ताली देंगे इसके लिए. I want to perform. So then naturally stress comes like Duryodhana. But when you are trying to please God, God is only pleased by sincere efforts. He is not going to wait for the results to come. And so in this particular verse, in the 10th verse, we see how Duryodhana apparently is saying everything is all right, but in the heart he is very fearful, very insecure. But on the other side, they're quiet, but they're confident. So which is better? Boasting a lot but totally hollow within, or being quietly confident and going on to live life in the right way for the right purpose. So we'll stop here. We'll in the next Sunday we'll take coming verses, and the verse by verse will take quite some time before we complete the Gita. 700 weeks. 1 year has only 56 weeks, so you can calculate. So therefore, we have a very shortened version of the essence of the Gita called as Sutras for Self-Discovery, a 3-day course which we do monthly once or once in 2 months. So that is coming up next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have our volunteers, devotees with pamphlets and others. So please do register for this course if you want to get a gist of the Gita in 3 days. And of course, for further more elaborate courses will also be there. But just a gist of the Gita for you to apply and flourish. So please do register for that, Sutras for Self-Discovery. And for those who are not able to come this month, then subsequent months are also there where we will be doing the same course. Please do give your name if you are interested to be contacted later. So thank you very much for your patient hearing for this topic. Any one question we can take? Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna. It was a very, very interesting, because you gave a lot of, live example of, our life, the current situation. You also mentioned about, the death is a permanent thing. It doesn't leave anybody. But in Bhagavad Gita, there were instances where, like Bhishma Pita, he was given that Icha Mrityu. Likewise, Karna had the kavach. Ashwatthama had the money, but none of them could survive or stay the power and the karuna of Krishna, Lord Krishna. But we always say that he had got this kind of blessing from the goddesses.
Yes.
How does this be related to this kind of blessing? You get it from others or people who protect us in our social life. Thank you. If you can just clarify this. And also, the story of Shangri-La, where Shangri-La also.
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La is that is a place where people never age. That is the story. There is a beautiful Hollywood movie where the plane crashes there and he lands up there. But he corrects the plane and takes a woman out of that. But she was when the flight took off and went out.
Okay, castaway.
No, she was 200 years old. So he was shocked. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we see Ashwatthama having all this kavacha could not be protected. So therefore, what we need is the Krishna kavacha, the holy names. When we chant, then that holy names can protect us. Nothing else can protect us from death taking us towards the lower regions of existence. So we all invite you now for the kirtan as the Lord is getting ready for his night darshan in his night outfit. So please do join us for the Shayan Darshan Kirtan and others. And those who are interested, I am at the back and our other volunteers for any doubts, more doubts on the Gita, what we discussed, or for the upcoming course. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.